that is huge.
Yeah.
We want to offer value up front for our customers, and
Yeah.
and that's the whole ideology behind freemium is
Yeah.
that you're giving your customers so much value up front that they just fall in love with your company, with your brand, and they want to continue giving you business.
Welcome everyone to Lean Hustler episode 2. My name is Shivesh.
I'm Omi.
And we've got a really good episode for you guys today. We're talking about whether freemium is here to stay and how it could be beneficial for your business to use this concept.
Yes, we are. And to get things rolling, let's start off with naming our favorite freemium companies. I'll go first. Mine is Spotify. I absolutely love Spotify, and they're so much better than Apple Music. If you guys didn't know, there is a fan war between Apple Music fanboys and Spotify fanboys. And Spotify fanboys are winning because their playlists are so much better, and Spotify is definitely not paying me to say these things. So
Not sponsored.
Yeah, we're not sponsored.
Spotify's way better.
Yeah, we just genuinely feel like that.
And they have the freemium concept.
That's what we're talking about, yes.
What we're talking about, where they're able to bring in a bunch of listeners every month through their free tier. And in that free tier, you get ads and you have limited functionality, but it's pretty awesome for a free tier.
Yeah, I mean, you don't get to select the songs that you're going to be playing, but you can select a playlist and it'll play for you.
Definitely.
And that just makes you kind of get the taste of how awesome Spotify can be.
Mm-hmm.
And I am a premium user now, as so are you.
Yes.
On the family plan.
Yeah.
And so it's just, I wouldn't go back. And I did start off with that freemium method, free tier method.
And like when we walked through that, it really helped us get comfortable with Spotify because we didn't know who Spotify was before. Like we
didn't really trust them, didn't know what was going on.
Yeah.
It was easier to be with Apple Music because I have an iPhone. They're already on there. But Spotify kind of stole us away, and so it was good. That was my favorite. What is your favorite freemium?
Fortnite.
Fortnite.
So they're geniuses. They have the pay-as-you-go model. It's not necessarily it's the freemium model, pretty much.
Right.
It's,
you get to join in. You get to play a few games here and
there.
But
if you really want to win and customize your character and all that and advance the different features, then you got to pay.
You got to pay up.
And I'm seeing that model a lot these days. And you know why companies are doing that is because that trust factor, that ability to give a little bit of tease to the customer.
Yeah, no, that's huge.
Yeah.
And let's kind of go back a little bit to the beginning with what does freemium actually mean? Mm-hmm. Freemium is a big word right here, portmanteau.
What the heck does portmanteau mean?
Portmanteau, I'm glad you asked. Portmanteau means a combination of two different words into one. So freemium is just free and premium. It is at the very bottom ladder. It's the first thing that people will be introducing themselves to your brand with, essentially.
It's the first touch point.
It's the first touch point. There you go. That's way better than what I just said.
Yeah. Who knows what portmanteau means? Who's ever used portmanteau?
I will use portmanteau again in natural conversation. Guaranteed.
All right. Well, that first touch point is really important. Just having that ability to get a lot of different customers at an entry level, that makes all the difference because then you're walking them through that value ladder. And that's worked with so many businesses. Dropbox is another example. And they're a software company that offers storage, online cloud-based storage.
Exactly. I'm glad you said the entry point because otherwise the barrier to entry for customers using your product is a lot higher if you only have high-ticket products.
Yeah.
If you have products that cost $900 and above and you don't have anything free or low ticket, then what happens is people are a lot more hesitant about getting in touch with your product or using it or going through it. And Dropbox does a really good job. They offer, I think, a 2 gigabyte free service.
Yeah.
So you can sign up with Dropbox for free and you get 2 gigabytes of storage. And after 2 gigabytes, if you want more storage, if you have a lot more files or pictures or videos, then you got to pay them a premium. So they did a pretty good job.
Yeah.
Box.com is another storage company that is all about online storage, and they do this same type of freemium entry.
Many companies do the free trials. That's what I've seen.
Free trials,
And I just want to talk, it's not just software companies that use this concept, right? other companies can use this, right?
Oh,
Other
yeah,
companies
definitely.
don't have to necessarily, if you're not selling a software or not able to do a free trial of anything.
I mean, if you're a gym owner, right?
Yeah.
If you have a gym, you can offer 7 days free to come
Definitely.
into your gym and kind of get people used to working out with your equipment or liking the environment.
Yeah.
And that's a big thing is before I commit to a gym, I want to know, do I like my surroundings? Are the trainers cool?
Yep.
Is the equipment cool? Is it what I am used to? Are the classes that you guys offer cool? So
Definitely product companies too, right?
Product
A bunch of
companies.
product companies
Yeah.
can give different things like, discounts or free samples or free products just to get people in the
100%,
door.
100%.
Definitely having those different types of promotions.
Yeah, definitely.
Service-based companies can use this a lot. I see service-based companies using this really well.
Yeah.
What they do is they use certain free lead magnets and they educate their customers.
Yes.
And they get them through the
Fun.
value ladder.
What do we do? That's a freemium. Quiz question for you. What do we
Yeah.
at Lean Hustler do that is a freemium for our customers? Customers.
Well, we definitely run a lot of awesome webinars where we're trying to get in, people so we can educate them and help
Yep.
them out and
Yep.
really teach them and let them know who we are.
So yeah, that is huge.
Yeah.
We want to offer value up front for our customers, and
Yep.
and that's the whole ideology behind freemium is
Yep.
that you're giving your customers so much value up front that they just fall in love with your company, with your brand, and they want to continue giving you business.
Exactly.
And so if you are able to think of your business in a way where you're able to provide some sort of free value up front, then the barrier to entry for your company, for your customers to appreciate and love and do business with your company will be a lot lower.
Yeah, and it's really just a smart move on the business side because
100%.
imagine it as a salesperson, running up to someone and shoving a $5,000 offer in their face and saying, "Hey,
Yeah.
buy from me right now."
I don't want to say get away from me, get away from me. I don't want
and
that.
so you have to nurture these leads and you got to nurture your customers through this funnel, and that's
Yeah.
what's been really popular these days, right? The word funnel. Value ladder, right?
Yep.
And it's because it really works. It's because if you try to get in cold leads and try to sell them your high ticket product or whatever you're doing right away, it's a lot of resistance,
Yep.
and you're not going to get the best results that you would get unless you were to walk them through a funnel like that where you
Right.
have them come in through a freemium offer or through a free lead magnet.
And just to add on to what you're saying, the other benefit of that freemium or lead magnet that you have is that you get to qualify good customers, high quality customers, because throughout the filtration process, anyone that likes your business, likes your product, they will continue buying more after that freemium.
Definitely.
People that don't like your product will be filtered out. And there you go. It's easy way to work with high quality prospects, because you don't want to work with clients that you don't like. Because you're going to be running this business for the rest of your life or for a long time, and you want to have a good quality of life. So
Yep, and when I'm researching and researching different people and different companies, I love just getting as much value from them as possible, because there's a lot of great companies that give a lot of awesome value up front. HubSpot is one of my favorite companies that does this. They do lead magnets and they do trials, and they just
they
have
post a
perfected
lot
that.
of content, a lot of value.
Yep.
And I feel like there's a universal cycle of goodwill that goes around. Like if they are genuinely, authentically giving good value up front for free sometimes, it'll come back around to them in unexpected sometimes and huge, amazing ways.
Law of reciprocity.
Law of reciprocity. That's for another video episode. But should we jump into our steps?
Yeah.
What we think is going to make a successful freemium product?
Definitely, and I think starting off with this whole process, and you have to do this process because it doesn't matter what business you're in, you have to get that trust first. So what we like to do, step number one, what we want to do is first identify who the ideal client is first.
Yes.
That's the bottom line. That's the first thing you gotta do.
That's the biggest thing.
And what we like doing is we actually create different customer profiles, right? So we figure out, all right, who is our ideal client? Who's our target market?
Who do we want to work with?
Who do we want to work
Who would
with?
our product benefit greatly?
Yep. And then, what type of data can we get on them? What is their behavior? What do they like? What are their
interests, their hobbies? what do they do, where do they live, what kind of things do they like.
And the most important thing is, what is that one problem that you can solve?
Oh, that's a
for
big
them?
one. Yeah.
Yeah.
What is that one big glaring problem that you can solve for them, that you can start to solve in that freemium product that you offer for them?
Yeah.
Keyword there is start to solve, because you don't want to give away the whole shop in the freemium. You want to start to solve their problem, get them kind of hooked on your product and service, kind of get them giving that good feeling for your company, and
that's the thing. You're piquing their interest.
You're piquing their interest. You're teasing them a little bit, but in a good way.
Yeah, and when it's related and kind of put together with the problem that they're having, then that's the perfect way to segue into your funnel, into your value ladder.
Exactly, and that will take us to step number 2, which is to now identify what piece of content you want to give away for free.
Yeah.
So again, the big thing here is to not give away your entire shop. It's always good to give a lot of value. Gary Vee says pretty much to give away the entire shop, give as much value as possible, but to be a little bit smarter, I would say different about this whole approach is to give away what you think would hook them on, and then kind of reel them into the premium offer, because you got to get them excited about that premium offer.
And so I think Russell Brunson talks about this the best is he is on the other end of the spectrum, where he's saying don't go fully into teach mode, more so go into the education phase where you're enlightening them as to what the different possibilities are.
So I really like that, because he has this whole community of followers that are believing in his system, that
hackers.
That are what?
Funnel hackers.
Funnel hackers. So he's created this ideology, and all of these followers are behind him, and they advocate for him passionately. So it's really cool. And what he did was he offered a bunch of freemiums, like webinars, like trainings that are free, books that he would offer for free. And what he did was, with that free offering, he was able to win people over to his ideology. Get them to become fans of his work before even selling them a product. Which was so cool, because once you're a fan of someone's ideology, and if they offer you a product and it makes sense and it solves your problem, you're gonna buy. I mean, we're funnel hackers too now. We're part of that whole ideology, that whole community as well. So it works. That's why it's important to make sure that you are able to identify the right piece without giving away the whole shop.
Whatever gives great value to the customer, what's going to help them succeed.
100%.
That's our main thing too, customer retention wise. And then you go into step 3. Now, once you have the target audience, their ideal customer mapped out, profiled out, and then you've identified what piece of content and problem that you're going to solve for them on that smaller scale, then you got to identify now what type of medium you're going to use for your lead magnet or your free trial or your freemium.
Is it going to be a free trial, like you said, a survey, a webinar, a live training that you hold, a sample of your product that you give out,
guides, reports, video training that you could even have. Our favorite is you put YouTube training out there, put a free course. We learned that from Gabriel, who teaches a lot of great stuff on YouTube, where you put out a full free course on YouTube, and that's the freemium over there.
And it's such high value, because we're going through the course and we're like, whoa, this stuff is for free. But it gets us hooked on, and we bought his course as well. So it's pretty awesome to do that.
And so what you want to do is, after you've identified what the medium is, you go into step 4, where you make sure that customer truly understands what that offer is.
Exactly. So what we mean by that is that if you really want to monetize the freemium model, which that's why we're having the freemium model, is to monetize it and to attract more customers, and the right customers for us. If you really want to monetize it, you have to have your customers understand why they would really benefit from upgrading to premium. That is one of the biggest keys. So looking at Dropbox, for example, 2 gigabytes is their free version. Obviously, if people become very high users, high-end users, not high-end users.
High usage?
High usage. If they use Dropbox a lot more and they're saving everything on there, for example, I back up my entire phone to Dropbox. So 2 gigabytes just isn't enough for all the pictures, videos, everything I have on my phone.
Totally.
So in that case, what I wanted to do was, so Dropbox has another premium offer where you get 100 gigabytes. I'm like, okay, cool, that'll be awesome. And then once I start filling up the 100 gigabytes, then they have a terabyte of space that I can subscribe to and buy. So in that way, I know what benefit their premium offer will give me, and I know why to upgrade. So you got to be able to outline that simply and clearly for your customers.
And that's when you're building out that value ladder, and that's the homework you got to do. And once you do that, then you just launch your funnel.
Step 5 is launching.
Yeah, you just go for it. And then the biggest thing, step 6 as well, which we're going to mention.
There's always going to be a step 6,
secret,
which is
which is to continuously retarget those people. You got to keep following up with them.
Got to test it, retarget, make sure that your ads are hitting, your freemium is working or not working, and then just keep optimizing it, improving.
Definitely.
So that was it. So we just the first step was, again, to identify who your ideal client is. The second step was to identify what piece you want to give away for free. It's got to be value added, but don't give away the whole shop. The third step was to choose what type of lead magnet platform or medium you're going to be choosing, such as a free trial or a quiz or a webinar, quiz, survey, video training, seminar, samples, anything like that. The fourth step was to make sure that your customer really actually understands what that premium offer will do for them and how it will change their lives for the better. And step 5 was to launch, and then that secret step afterwards, which is probably the most important, retargeting and testing. So there you have it. That was our episode for today.
Yes.
We hope to see you in the next one.